The pitch. Fought off foul. Right-hander kicks, deals. Up the middle. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
First and second, no outs. Juan Soto getting ready to hit. That one clips the outside corner. It's 0-1. LeMahieu at second. Judge at first with no outs. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Carlos Vargas appears to be getting ready for manager Scott's service. Vogt also getting ready. And the pitch. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
No outs, runners at first and second. And another ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Great location with that two-strike fastball. I'll tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times, that location with two strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
2 on, 1 out. Giancarlo Stanton will hit next. Swings through that one for strike one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Here's the 0-2. Next offering is outside. Two on, 1 out. That one off the mark. Now 2-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
2-2 now. Just misses there.
Home plate umpires try to tighten things up a little bit.
Anthony Rizzo hitting on deck circle. So now 3-2. And that is ball 4, and the Yankees are in business. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. Golden opportunity right here. Wouldn't chase that time. Left-hand batter waits. And that one fouled off. kicks and fires. Misses off the plate, and it's 2-1.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. One runs in. Here's the throw. Safe. He beats it. It's 2-zip.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Here is Gleyber Torres. Fastball for a strike. That misses, and a count even 1-1. The pitch. Good take by Torres.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Gleyber swings, drives one. That's back there. And it's gone. Home run. And they tack on 3. It's 5-zip.
Really impressive hitting the ball that far going into the wind. Nothing was going to stop it from getting over the wall. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. The slight opposite field into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
And here comes Scott Service as he's ready to make a change on the mound. Luis Castillo won't go any further, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. They bring a young arm out of the bullpen in this spot, Carlos Vargas.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
One down. Here's the left fielder, Alex Verdugo. Just off the outside edge, ball 1.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
The 1-0. This one's smoked on its way out of here. They go back to back and they add on. It's 6-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
1 out, base is empty. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. The shortstop takes the ball. Volpe, a former Gold Glove winner, 22 years old. A former first-round pick back in 2019. Just missed. And another ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
Full count.
Still only one out here in the inning. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. The wide to kick the pitch. Inside ball 4.
Batting done.
Man at first, and stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells. And that's in for a strike. Right-handed reliever. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. And that one is off the wall. Cut off, throw to second, but he's in there easily.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now the third baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He led off the bottom of the first with a single and then came in to score.
That's the ball.
And ball 1. And he deals.
Ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's 8-0, and that's a double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
New pitcher on now, Austin Vogt.
He's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
It's Aaron Judge now. Singled and scored his first time. Judge rips that one. And that is a foul ball. One out and a runner at second. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Juan Soto now. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Fouled off to the right. And a pitch. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Struck him out looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike free.
No, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
At the belt and fires. Swinging a foul straight back. That just
That missed.
misses.
That's a ball.
Now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And another ball.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
There's a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
LeMahieu, the runner at third. Judge at first. 2 out of the inning. And they'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Two on, 2 outs. Caught and missed. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Back now in the Bronx, leading off, Mitch Garver.
Mitch Garver.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
In the air, center field. Judge getting an angle on it. Makes the catch for the out.
Batting fifth, the catcher,
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And first offering is fouled off. Rodon, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
One down, base is empty. That's off the mark, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
0-1.
Ty France in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Ball 1 there. The Yanks up big in this one here at the top of the second. Next pitch inside, 2-1.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. Sets the tone for the rest of the game.
2 outs.
Nope, ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And now the lefty. And a strike in there.
Got a full count.
Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. The lefty fires. Out to short. Volpe fires over to first. That's out number 3. Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to go. Getting the nod on the mound, Spencer Strider.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming on the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
All right, ready to go here. Here's O'Neal Cruz. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. In the air out towards right center. Harris has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out. We take a check of the Pirates lineup put together by manager Derek Shelton. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit, and then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch.
This ball is hammered deep center field, way back there, on its way out of here. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So 1 out, nobody on. Up next for the Pirates, Ke'Bryan Hayes. hit in the air, center field. Harris has a beat on it. Hauls it in for the out. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
Andrew McCutchen now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Movement in the bullpen. Joe Jimenez getting loose out there. Matzik, the lefty, warming up as well. 2 outs, base is empty. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
0-2.
Way inside. One and two now. Oh, and he hit him.
That hit him.
He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Boog, you have any memorable hit by pitches yourself? Maybe high school, college?
No, but I almost did get decapitated by a foul ball at Old Tiger Stadium. Now here is Jack Sawinski. 1 run across in the frame so far, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Strider keeping him close.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
That one missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses the zone. 2-1.
2-1.
And the right-hander deals.
Yeah.
Late on that fastball.
2-2.
McCutchen leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Well struck, right field. That one carrying. And it's off the top of the wall. In to score from first. It's 2-0. Pulls into third safely with a triple.
Showed some really nice patience in that at-bat. Worked himself into a good count. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Here's the Pirates catcher now, Henry Davis. Outside low, 1-0.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Righty to the plate. He was late there, strike 1.
1-1.
Runner at third, 2 away. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did.
1-2.
It misses. It's a strikeout. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Pirates 2 and the Braves coming up. And we're back. And today's starter, Mitch Keller.
He's someone you can rely on to provide quality innings in almost every one of his starts, Boog. He knows how to command the mound. His stuff is good. Sometimes it's even better than good. If he gets off to a fast start, look out. It could be a tough day for this lineup.
We go to the bottom of the first. So down to the plate for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
The wind of the pitch. Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
1-1.
So, Boog, here's an interesting fact about Acuna. He has the most home runs at Truist Park. He passed Freddie Freeman for the top spot in 2023. And I think he might hold that record for a while. Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Taylor racing over to make the catch.
Batting second.
Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away. Jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Ozzie Albies stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Keller, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a slurve, and he occasionally uses a curve. Next offering is in for a strike. And a foul ball, he stays alive. One out, bases empty. The other way, and he beats the shift.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Runner on at first with one gone. Austin Riley digs in now. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Keller checks over to first, and he's back. And that one fouled off. Man at first, one away. Fly ball to right. Base hit. The throw to third. So the throw's offline, safe at third.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. And the Braves have the lead now. It's 3-2. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. First offering, and it just misses. Still only one out here in the inning. And he grounds one back up the middle. Throws to first in time.
Batting sixth, the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And that one hammered. Sawinski going back. Hauls it in. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Reynaldo Lopez.
Now pitching for the Braves, number 40, Reynaldo Lopez.
Well, one-run game at the plate for Pittsburgh. Rowdy Tellez.
Rowdy Tele.
And a pitch. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. And another ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
That one missing inside. Michael A. Taylor waits on deck. Left-hand hitter waits. That pitch clips the outside corner. That's strike 1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
That clips the corner.
Full count.
And a pitch. To the right side. Albies. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Michael A. Taylor in the box now. Takes strike 1.
0-1.
On the ground to short, Arcia. In plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Batting 9, the second baseman.
Liover Peguero, the next Pirate to hit.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. Lopez, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. Foul ball, still 0-2. Lopez gets the swing and the miss, and good work there. Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set. And on the hill here today, Jesus Luzardo. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
And now up for Washington, C.J. Abrams.
Washington, the shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
The wind of the pitch. That one fouled off. The 0-1.
Nope, that's a ball.
The shortstop takes the ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Swing and a ball lifted left field, and that will fall. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Lane Thomas, third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. First pitch just misses.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
And a foul ball left side. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Swing and a miss as he was late.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
In the dirt, and the runner holds. Base hit. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out.
Batting third. The first
he clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there, and on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
First and second, no outs. Joey Gallo, the next to hit. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Here comes a pitch. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Abrams over at second. Thomas on at first with nobody out. Bam! And that is a big first out.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Next to hit for the Nats, Joey Meneses. And fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
That one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Line drive, base hit. Coming home. Throw is high and over his head.
Well, this has been a good, tight game so far, but now that error looms pretty large. I got to think that's going to weigh on him for a little while, unless somehow they can come back and win this thing.
Here's Eddie Rosario. Golden opportunity right here. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe two.
2 on, 1 out. Just missed.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Next offering misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Hebert Ruiz up next for Washington. Fastball for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Throws to first in time. 2 out. Here's Dave Martinez lineup for the Nationals. And now it's Hebert Ruiz. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Two on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. And here it comes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time.
That's a really good take.
Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the 3rd out. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here in Miami. And on the mound today, Mackenzie Gore.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Arias.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
The pitch. Line drive, that's a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Well, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Here's Tim Anderson. And that one is in for a strike. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Base hit, center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. We often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here's Josh Bell. That's outside. Ball 1. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
Next pitch is outside. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Hunter Harvey looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Rainey also throwing. First and second here, no outs. Up the middle, dive, and he's got it. To second, there's one on a Gallo. There's two.
Well, off the bat, we thought that was going to be a single, not a double play. Just a great job. Dives, knocks it down, feeds it to the second baseman, and a nice turn around the bag. Really great job by those two.
Jake Berger, the next up for the Marlins. Ripped into center, base hit. In to score from third. We're tied at one. The throw to second is offline.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
So runner at second, 2 down. Jazz Chisholm Jr., the next up for the Marlins. Hard hit, right side. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. All even at 1 apiece. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Number 53.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And now it's Luis Garcia.
The second baseman, Luis Garcia.
The pitch. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight.
One ball,
and he got
one
one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
That one pulled foul. Righty delivers. That one way inside. Fights it off. He'll see another. The pitch. Got him. And 1 out now.
Well, he clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing. Just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it, and they bail you out.
Nick Senzel swings through it for strike one. And a good eye there.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
And a count 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
That was the emergency hack right there.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. All tied up here at the top of the second. Next offering misses down and away.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Anderson to first. And that quickly 2 away.
The center fielder, number 16, Victor
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
On the ground, right side. Arise on to first. Nats go down. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the Cincinnati Reds. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Coming up on the first pitch and getting the start for Cincinnati, Hunter Green.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Okay, all set to go. And now here is Brendan Donovan. And the pitch. In there at the knees, and we're underway.
First pitch, 105.
The pitch. Now he breaks his bat. Candelario on the run, sends it over to first. And a quick out, number one. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
And a foul ball. One out, base is empty. Close, but called a ball. And now it's even 1-1. And that's outside. And the righty deals. That one misses. And now 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that's in for a strike. And that's too high, ball 4.
Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
Lars Nootbaar, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Goldie, the base runner at first with one out. That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball, 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Here's a 1-1. Late swing, foul to the left.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
One and two here.
Ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Man at first, one away. He goes down looking. Here's Nolan Arenado. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And that one sliced foul. Arenado, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, over 1,000 runs batted in his career, and he was a second-round pick back in 2009. Next offer is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one misses. Going to count 1-2. Out to short. And that is that. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. Back here at Great American Ballpark. And for the Cardinals here this afternoon, it's Sonny Gray.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Bottom of the first, and ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Matt McClain. And he deals. That's in there, 0-1. Right-hander kicks, deals. And there's a foul ball. Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way. It kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Next for Cincinnati, Ellie De La Cruz. That's in there. 0-1. Kicks and deals. This to center field. Edman in position. Makes the grab, one down. Here's David Bell's lineup for the Cincinnati Reds. Saying we're looking at a really young lineup here, so not much experience, but it also means they're going to bring a lot of energy to the table most days.
Well, we're in a golden age of young players. I mean, these players, they're getting up to the majors. They're dominating from a young age, bringing home plenty of hardware early in their careers. I mean, before they even get to free agency. So, when you consider all of that, I love seeing the kind of energy that a team like this brings to the yard every day in and day out.
Sonny Gray checks on the runner, and he's back in safely.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Kicks and fires. Little bouncer out in front of the plate. Tosses to first. Now 2 out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened. So you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Now batting Jeimer Candelario.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
That one finds the corner, and it's 0-1. Bullpen action for the Cardinals. Andre Palante, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Kittredge, the hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. The 0-1. That one lifted to left. Brings it in. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 left for Cincinnati, scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. 2nd inning set to go. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
The pitch. Smoked on the ground to second. In plenty of time to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Swings through that.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
No, that's the ball.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And a count 2-1. Swings through that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a 2-2. That one is absolutely belted. And out of here. And now they're out front. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
And here comes David Bell as he's ready to make the change and go to his bullpen. Hunter Green will depart, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Reds, Ian Gibaut.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 2nd. Off the mark there. And now 2-0. Action in the pen down there. Pen. One down, base is empty. And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball. and a miss. Down on strikes and 2 away now.
Well, I'd say he pretty much had to offer at that one. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands. Even though it ended up outside the zone, it still was close enough to where it looked like it could drop down right on that corner and get the call. Last thing you want to do is get punched out by the umpire knowing you could have at least fouled the pitch off and kept the at-bat going.
Two outs. Late with the swing there.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Oh, and 2 now. And that's too high.
It's a good take.
Two outs, base is empty. That one ripped. That's back there. It's a bomb. He leaves the yard to right. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 2-0. Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. And a foul ball. Right-handed reliever. Swing, and that for the out. Welcome to Ring Central Coliseum in Oakland, home of the A's. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Seattle Mariners going up against the Oakland Athletics. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about ready for baseball. And on the hill in this one, number 38. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, this guy's got sort of a tweener. Not quite a slider velocity and not as slow as a curve. It's in between, and he adds and subtracts velocity on it, which makes it harder for the hitters to really get that front foot down and have the timing they need to be successful.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. And a pitch. That one catches the zone, and away we go here in Oakland. Left-hand batter waits. Little chopper rolls foul. The 0-2. Popped up. Geloff moving under this one. One down. Now Scott Service lined up for the Seattle Mariners. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
One down, base is empty. And now it's even up. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one's carrying, and it is gone. And that should quiet this home crowd. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One down. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. A switch hitter batting right. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. 2 away.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter,
Mitch Garver up to hit here. There's the strike, 95 of that one.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
This one in the air. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and that'll do it. The Mariners pick up a run thanks to this solo homer. And the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back in Oakland, and our starting pitcher here today, Luis Castillo. How about a scouting report on him?
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
Digging in for Oakland, Ryan Noda. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. Gone. Must be going crazy in the dugout. It's 1-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat move. Aggressive, and it paid off. Sure, there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
And now, Zach Geloff. Polanco pulls it down, and there's one down. And time now to check out the A's lineup. We could.
Guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with two strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop.
The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Carlos Vargas appears to be getting ready for manager Scott's service. Both warming up as well. One out, bases empty. Swing and a miss.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull into second safely. Not stopping. He's going for three. In there safely.
Man, I love the hustle out of the box right there to make that triple happen. And just an absolute laser into the opposite field gap. He was digging hard the entire way.
Third with one gone. Seth Brown up next for the A's. And a strike on the outside edge. Rooker takes his lead at third with one away. In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. And the right-hander deals. And a swing and a miss.
1-2 to count.
Righty to the plate. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Oh, that's a huge strikeout right there. Big second out. Infield was in. They were playing the full court press, and he got the swing and miss. Keeps this one tied. This next at bat should be a lot of fun. The odds of wiggling out of this just went up considerably.
Now it's J.D. Davis. Right side, France. He'll do it himself. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Oakland gets one on this homer. All even now at 1-1. You're dialed into the show. Back here in the East Bay, top of the second, and the batter now, Cal Raleigh. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Here comes the pitch. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
That misses, and the count is 2-0. Fastball for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
At the belt and fires.
That's the ball.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
And now the lefty into center. Under it. Makes the grab, one away. And here's the first baseman, Ty France. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball one. swing and a drive. Deep left field. Bleday on a dead sprint, racing back. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Raley, 29 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
A pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Two down, nobody on. That one not close. Now 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And a nice inning of work. Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field. Major League Baseball on tap, the Atlanta Braves and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Justin Steele. What do we need to know here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
The lefty fires. Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate now. That's ball 1. And a pitch.
Ball 2.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Next offering is fouled back. The line to kick the pitch. Strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hit in the air, left field. Happ heads towards it. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. Then there's one down. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. And this is an offense with a ton of pop, top to bottom, Singy.
Yeah, well, some players will say that home runs are mistakes. They were just a little too quick. Not this club. They're looking to hit the ball over the fence. Not any speedsters in this lineup. Not guys that were looking to run around the bases. They're looking to jog. And I expect to see that kind of approach in this one.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Corner makes the play, and there's 2 down.
Batting third, the third baseman.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here's Austin Riley. Late on that fastball.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
0-2.
Two outs. To third, and it finds its way through for a hit. Around first, digging for 2. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. And that one a little bit high.
Well, a really good chance right here to pick up a run in the top of the first after what seemed to be a real quiet start to the inning.
Man on second, 2 down. And that's off the inside edge. Now 2-0.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. Better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side or the fans better look out in the stands.
In the air, right field. Suzuki has a beat on it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Back here at the friendly confines. And going for Atlanta, Spencer Strider. What do you look for here?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Bottom of the first. So up now for Chicago, Nico Horner. Now a fly ball to right center. Acuna after it. He makes the grab, and there's one away. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get 1 pitch. You better not miss it.
And he deals. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
One out, runner at second. Ian Happ up to hit. That's down and in. And Singy, as a
Ball
team,
one, no
you need to
strike.
make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
That's in there. And a count 1-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Joe Jimenez getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Matzik getting loose as well. The pitch. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Runner at second here, one gone. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's
Welcome back to MLB Tonight. I'm Robert Flores here.
Welcome to day one of the MLB Draft Combine from Chase Field in Arizona. Well, we're down to the pitchers now, Sarah, and the variety of things scouts are looking for when they look at pitcher. They're looking at, how well their body works over the rubber. I talk about balance, rhythm, and timing within their delivery. They're certainly looking at arm strength. They're going to measure spin, horizontal movement, but you're really going to look at command. I mean, where the catcher's set up, can you throw the ball to that spot within the strike zone or outside the strike zone, and can you do that with multiple pitches?
As you said, already a handful of things that will be measured here. Of course, velocity. You mentioned spin rate. Something else clubs take a look at is active spin. That's what percentage of that spin rate actually contributes to movement, as opposed to just spinning but not changing the way the ball is actually moving.
And so that's why deliveries are so important. Every one of those metrics, Sarah, is tied to your ability to duplicate your unique body type. And that's why you can get a lot out of these bullpen sessions by bearing down on a pitcher's delivery. Above average. I'm a big believer in looking at hand speed and arm speed, and this young man has both of that. Tremendous feel and spin on his breaking ball, something you really can't teach. Command and control was a little bit spotty, but athleticism and pure arm strength, he goes near the top of the board.
I'm Ben Gelman. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the 6th inning, nobody out.
You're out.
Bases empty, 1 away. Here's the catcher, Bruce Nunez. And that one fouled off.
Hey, see it? Drive it right there.
Just missed. Gets that fastball by the swing upstairs. I'm sure he wanted a fastball there, but you can't be swinging at ones that are that high. Might be time to tighten it up. On the ground, grabs it in foul ground. 1-2 now. To the right side. Wilkes. Slings to first. Gets the catcher by a step. Digging in, Howard Hudson. Fly ball to right. Grabs it on the run.
Out. 3. Ball 4. Take your base. Out.
Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this. 1 down. Now it's the right fielder, Brian Menard. A chance to do some more damage here after driving in a pair the last time up. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
All ones the count.
Edge of the zone for a strike. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Fights that one away, the count remains 0-2. Caught him looking for the strikeout. So it's their last chance of the ball game. Here's the center fielder, Darren Gorzelski. That one in there. Strike 1.
0-1.
McCarthy at second. Cortez at first. 2 out. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now. Not sure he was ready to hit. Took the first 2 pitches for strikes. Time for him to battle now. And now 1-2. Miller is just 1 strike away. Here's the 1-2 offering. On a line for a base hit. Coming home. Now a long throw home. The tag's there, and that's the ball game. I'm Ben Gelman. Thanks for tuning in. Nobody out here in inning number 8.
3.
The lineup flips over. Carlo Fernandez getting ready to hit. 1 for 3.
Let's go.
Clips the corner. That's strike 1.
0-1.
He breaks his bat. Hauls it in, 2 away. Those high fastballs in the zone look so tempting, but it's hard for hitters to get on plane with them. To the right side. Villanueva takes it to the bag. They're in plenty of time.
3. Ball 4. Take your base.
He gave them some good work out of the pen here. Wasn't perfect, but he was steady enough.
With the 4th pick of the 5th round, the Oakland Athletics select Michael Miller, a closing pitcher from the International region.
All right, so another player that we saw out.